Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Bloke here again, and today's video I'll be telling you about how to study when you're absolutely ill out of your mind. So when you cannot physically function, you've got a chesty cough like I have, well, I've got a very sore throat and flu as well. So if you've got all those symptoms and you've got a fever and everything, and you've got exams coming up within 2 to 3 weeks and you cannot afford to take a rest, here's the best way to still study while you're ill. So the first thing you got to do is break things into tiny chunks. I know they say this in general for people with big goals, etc., but you need to actually break them even further down. So say you were studying psychology and you had this topic of cognitive bias and stuff, or something, I don't know, on developmental psychology or anything like that, right? And you had 3-4 tasks you got to do. Each task, break it into maybe 5 or 6 steps instead of keeping that one task and then doing the work underneath it. In a position where you're ill, even that will make you feel overwhelmed, you know, having the task outcome at the top and then doing your work below it. So break that task outcome even further. For instance, make that task outcome even easier for you to understand. And the way you'll do that is read the language, read the keywords and the action words in the task outcome, and rephrase it underneath the official outcome to write your own version of what that means, and that will make the work much less overwhelming. And you'll also be able to, you know, break it down further into 4 or 5 mini steps, mini tasks, which you can, you know, do much more easily while you're ill. So that's the first tip. The second tip is, of course, lower your expectations. Okay, you want to get an A star, you want to get 100%, whatever, right? But you need to, when you're studying in the condition you're in, you'll be you know, you don't set yourself very high expectations saying, oh, I'll do about 4 hours of studying straight. No, don't do that. Again, you know, have a small amount of workload that you can do, rather than, you know, overwhelming yourself and, even worse, making your condition and your flu, etc., more worse than it should be, taking you even a longer time to recover than, you know, you could have recovered in. So lower your expectations, guys, and you know, be kind to your body and your mind. The third tip is use a technique called Pomodoro. Pomodoro just means tomato in English, and it's like a timer, which you can buy online, but you don't need to. It's just it's a timer, and it's also a concept, which is you study in 15 to 20 minute chunks, and I believe you have about a 5-minute break after. So I feel that will be very suitable. Get your phones out, set a timer to 15 minutes or even 20, and after that 20 minutes of concentrated studying, have a 5-minute break. And in that sort of break, you need to also understand that once you are on your break, you need to do something that's productive. You know, don't maybe sit down and start your episode of EastEnders or whatever you like watching, because things like that will keep you there. Instead, maybe go to the kitchen and do my 4th tip, which is make some honey lemon water for your sore throat and your flu, right? And perhaps with some ginger in. So it's really easy. If you've got some honey and lemon handy, and you want to make your own concoction of like a great sort of reliever for your throat and flu, just warm about a mug full of water in a pan, or even in a microwave, for about 1 minute to 1 minute 30 seconds until it's lukewarm. You don't want it boiling. Then just add like a dash of honey, so about maybe a teaspoon of honey, right? And then squeeze half a lemon in it, and then just mix it really well. And if you're extra adventurous, then, you know, get a bit of ginger and maybe grate it in, a small amount of ginger, you know, like 1 tiny pinch, and then just mix it and then have it in your break time, or when you're coming back to start your studying regime again. So So yeah guys, that's all the tips I can give you for now on how to study when you are ill, and I hope they help you, because I'm actually experimenting with a few of these. Some are hit and miss, others do work, so for everyone that is going to play out different. So that's why I've given you, quite a few, and told you not to get rid of any. So just experiment with what you are capable of. What's your highest limit of studying when you're ill, and literally, when you're staring, for instance, when you notice yourself staring into space, you need to know that's your limit. Yeah, so maybe that might be after 20 minutes, after 30 minutes, even an hour, but you need to stop right there, otherwise, you'll just unmotivate yourself, and that's not, you don't want that. So thank you for watching again, and I hope this video has helped. Like and subscribe, leave a comment if you will, and take care for now then. Bye.